Welcome back, ladies, blokes, and non-binary folks, to Brownlow Books. I have read a lot of things lately that were heavy or outside of my normal genre, and I just wanted sort of like a palate cleanser, which always leads me to romance, right? Like a cheesy contemporary romance. And so that's what I have. Booked on a Feeling by Jayci Lee. Apparently this is a third in a series, which I did not know when I bought it or when I read it. And it was only when I went to Goodreads to like log that I read it that I went, oh, whoops. Didn't bother me at all. Didn't even realize that like some of the people in this were probably had their own previous books, because like I've read books where it's like, different people but they're in like the same social circle, and so like you see them in the next books, but like didn't even clock when you were talking about those people that like they probably had their own books before this. I bought this purely on the fact that they were in a bookstore. Okay? So this is a contemporary romance, as I said. It is two Korean main characters. It is friends to lovers in a small town. And yes, set mostly in a bookstore. So yeah, that's 100% why I picked it up, was like, bookstore. So we have Lizzie and Jack. Lizzie is a lawyer and she just won her first big case, and she like doesn't feel happy about it, realizes she's burnt out, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take some time off. I'm gonna go stay in the town where, my best friend Jack lives, and just stay there for a few weeks and like recharge, get back, figure out what it is that's gonna make me happy. Meanwhile, Jack is there. His family runs a brewery. Brewery has taken off at the, help of him and his siblings, and his part that he feels that he's done is kind of over, and he's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just kind of, drifting. Everyone has a time in their life like that, right? You're just kind of drifting, and you're like, what? They're like 30 in this book. I didn't pick up 30. I didn't pick up 30. I picked up like 22. Younger. Younger is what it felt like, but apparently they're like late 20s in their 30s. Like, sure. Being that it's a contemporary romance, obviously there's going to be a spice level, right? I'd give it like 1.5 to 2 chili peppers, because these are absolutely some horny mofos, alright? But like on page is very much foreplay and flirting and teasing. There is like no there is no on-page penetration, and I can't believe my life has brought me to a place where I'm telling that to people on the internet. So yeah, it's got some spicy, but it's not like full on out there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just baffled by my life choices at the moment. Okay, the spice aside, it is very much like a fluffy, sweet, kind of heartwarming romance. It's not like, ooh, this is entirely about sex. It's just like there's love here. The thing I don't like is that, they have been best friends for like, since they were 10. They've been best friends for like 20 years. You don't get a lot of the backstory of that, to like how they both kind of got to this place of like falling for the other one. It's just kind of like, oh, look at that. And they're in love. And you're like, what? So it's kind of, for me in that aspect. It is absolutely cheesy. It's cheesy. But like, it's a contemporary rom-com with a cover that looks like this. You're gonna embrace the cheese and the cringe, and you're gonna go with it, and you're not gonna complain, alright? So, I enjoyed it well enough. It was, as I said, a nice palate cleanser for what I had been reading and what I'm going to be moving on to next. I don't plan my books. I'm very much a mood reader, but like sometimes it's just like, you need something like this, So, I enjoyed it. As I said, it was number 3 in a series, so like whoopsie daisy, but I don't think I'm going to pick up the first 2 in it unless they're available at my library. I don't think I want to invest into specifically finding them. If I come across them and they're cheap, great, maybe, but I didn't feel the draw to know about the other characters. Although apparently, according to some reviews, the other characters are better. So we'll see about that. This does have just over 9,000 ratings on Goodreads, and it works out to a 3.32. So it's kind of right there, slightly above middle ground. As I said, if you're reading something with the cover that looks like this, like, you kind of know what you're getting in for. Embrace the cringe, right? So yeah, best part about this is probably the bookstore. No, I'm joking. I do love this small town that they are in. It is adorable, and the way like the community is all together, like, it's just what you would want and expect from a small town that is absolutely 100% fictional. So really, that's all I've got to say about it. It was a cute little read. Do I recommend it? If you're into the things that look like this and have punny names, go for it. What's it gonna hurt? But I mean, if you're looking for like something life-changing that you can't like tear your eyes away from, it's probably not it. That being said, I did read it in 2 days because I was just like, I feel the need to read, and I did. So but yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you around next time. Please consider liking and subscribing.